A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant policy shift, the Trump administration has announced plans to revoke the temporary legal status of approximately 530,000 immigrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, effective April 24th. This decision marks the latest escalation in Trump's ongoing crackdown on immigration, particularly targeting those who entered the United States under the humanitarian parole program initiated by his predecessor, Joe Biden. The program, which allowed these immigrants to enter the U.S. via sponsorship, is now facing termination, leaving many vulnerable to deportation. The announcement comes as part of a broader strategy by the Trump administration to enforce stricter immigration measures and curb the inflow of undocumented immigrants. The legal pathways established under Biden, which aim to ease the pressure on the U.S.-Mexico border, are now being dismantled, raising concerns among immigrant rights advocates and the affected communities. Legal representatives for the immigrants have already filed a lawsuit against the administration, arguing that the revocation of humanitarian parole represents a breach of trust and a commitment made by the federal government. As the clock ticks down to the April deadline, many are left scrambling to secure alternative immigration statuses to avoid deportation. Experts predict that the chaos resulting from this policy change will be unprecedented, with many immigrants potentially losing their work permits and legal protections. The Department of Homeland Security has indicated that the revocation will facilitate expedited removal processes for those affected, further complicating their situations. The announcement has drawn sharp criticism from various advocacy groups, who emphasize the detrimental impact this will have on families and communities across the nation. They argue that the Trump administration's actions are not only inhumane but also politically motivated, aimed at solidifying support among his base by appealing to anti-immigration sentiments. The CHNV program, which was designed to provide a safe and humane entry for migrants from countries with dire human rights conditions, has now been labeled as a failure by the current administration. As the situation unfolds, the implications of this policy shift will likely resonate throughout the immigrant community and beyond, prompting discussions about the future of immigration in the United States. Amid this turmoil, the Venezuelan government has expressed intentions to resume repatriation flights for its citizens in the U.S., further complicating the landscape of immigration policy. The coming weeks will be crucial as affected individuals navigate the uncertain terrain of U.S. immigration law and the potential for legal challenges to this latest directive. With the deadline approaching, many are left to ponder their next steps in an increasingly hostile environment for immigrants in America. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.